This is Carl at National RV Detroit, and I'm going to walk you through this 2021 Mesa Ridge model 322 RLS. Alright, let's move towards the rear here. So you got power stabilizers on it. Keep in mind that this nut right here, right now it's loose, and the inner tube slides easily on the outer tube, but when you get them in place you can tighten them down to take the wiggle out of the trailer, so keep that in mind. Just remember to loosen it back up before you try to bring them up. Alright. Okay, so you have a griddle that pulls out here. It runs on LP. Of course, you got a dorm refrigerator and faucet and sink. You have two power awnings with LED strips. This up here is the range hood vent. So keep in mind that there's a baffle in there that can flap freely when you're venting, so it has to be open when you're venting. You can lock it closed, but it won't vent correctly, so keep that in mind. Your steps fold into the trailer, obviously, and you can adjust the length of the legs by pulling these pins. There's one on each side, and then you can adjust it accordingly and adjust it to the terrain and that sort of thing. Okay. Down here, this is the quick connect for your grill. Just an LP quick connect fitting. You get a hose with the trailer, and the grill will hang right here. I'll show you that when we get inside. I believe I saw it in there on the bed. Okay. This is just TV signal out and power for a TV. This is in case you want to get a solar battery charger, just a solar panel to charge your battery. You can plug it in right there. You've got two LP tanks which are full, automatic changeover regulator. You have your deep cycle marine battery right there, and then this is where you operate the stabilizing system here. Excuse me. So you turn it on here. You can stabilize all of them independently. You can do all jacks at the same time. You can extend and retract. And of course the tongue jack, you select tongue jack, extend and retract. So you can see that it has all four jacks plus the tongue jack are all controlled from here. It's got the same key that works the door lock, works the lock on this, okay? So, alright, good. So, this is just a light, I believe. Yep, that's your cab light. Okay, so keep in mind that this is the kill switch for the battery. Right. Right there. So you want to keep that on all the time except when you put it into storage. The reason you want it on all the time when it's not in storage, because your tow vehicle will charge the battery, and so will your power converter inside. So you want it to be able to charge it. But you shut it off so it doesn't drain it down while it's in storage as quickly anyway. So, alright, this right here is your power converter, or I'm sorry, let me back up. This is your power inverter. Inversion is turning 12 volts DC into 110 AC. So it's a DC to AC inverter. Inside the trailer you're going to have a converter too, I'll show you, which does just the opposite. It converts 110 AC to 12 volt DC. So it goes both ways. So keep that in mind. Okay. Your slide outs are called an AccuSlide, just so you know what brand they are. They're all AccuSlides. Alright, so your water heater on the outside here. The thing to know about this, the switches are inside the trailer, but right here, this one right here, this is a master switch for the heating element, the electric heating element that's behind this cover here. So there'll be a switch inside, but this, you want to make sure you want to turn this on before you use it. You never ever turn on the electric heating element without water in the tank, because that would dry fire it and damage the element. You have to get it replaced. This is the drain for your water heater. It's a 1 1/16 6-point socket you'll need with a 6-inch extension and a ratchet or a T-bar to get that in and out. Okay, I'll tell you more about the water heater when we get to the control panel. Alright, so also you have your your dump valves here. You got your gray valve. You have 2 gray tanks and 1 black tank. So you're always going to, this is for the black tank, which is toilet water and waste. This gray tank is sink and shower water, and the other one is going to be sink water. So you always dump the black first, and then you'll dump the other tank, so you can kind of wash out the hose with the gray water, because the black water is obviously toilet water and waste, so it's the dirtiest of the water. So you just sort of do that first, then the gray. Then you can leave the black tank valve open, and you can come into here, and right here you can screw on a hose, the one that's at the dump station, and turn it on, and it'll flush out your black tank. It'll clean it out really well, which is a good thing. So you'll get, the sensors get cleaned off. It's just a good practice. So that's your black tank flush. While we're here, the most common way to get water is the city water hookup right there. So that 9 times out of 10, that's what you're going to use. But if you happen to go to a campground that doesn't have plumbing on the campsites, like let's say an older state park, they've got a fill station when you first go through the gate. You'd fill up your fresh water tank here, and then use the onboard pump to pump the water. So you can still use all the plumbing, just like you had city water, even when you don't. All right. And of course, this is just a sprayer right here. That's where you attach it, and you can hose things down with it. Kids and bikes and dogs and feet and anything you need to hose down. Okay. Also, these are just video through satellites and a campground cable. I think that covers everything in there. That's just some power, of course. Alright, so let's move on. Your power cord is 50 amp. So you got a 30-foot 50 amp power cord, and we give you the reducers to reduce it on down too. Okay. This housing up here tells us this is pre-wired for a backup camera. So if you want to add a backup camera, it fits right there. We do sell them here, but either way, make sure you get the Furrion camera that fits in that housing. It's already, like I said, it's all pre-wired, so it's just a plug-and-play deal. Okay. Also, you've got a ladder here, which is great because trailer owners have to inspect their trailers every 90 days or so, inspect the roof on it. So you want to go up there yourself or have somebody go up there. Be very careful, of course. And check all the sealants for cracking or separation. Make sure that there's no damage to any of the attachments, the vent covers, the roofing material. If you happen to go under low branches or something like that, you just give it a good inspection. Make sure everything's good and tight with no leaks. Okay, that's important. All right, so let's go inside here. When we come through the door, first of all, you saw that there was I told you that, that the power inverter was inside the front pass-through compartment. Now the inverter inverts 12 volt DC and converts it or inverts it to 110 AC, right? This does the opposite. This is a converter. So this takes 110 AC and reduces it, or not reduces it, but converts it to 12 volt DC. You have regular circuit breakers like you'd see at home, 110 AC, they're all labeled, right? Then the power is converted to 12 volt DC over here. You got 12 volt fuses, of course, and they're all labeled. If any of those fuses were to blow, they'll actually light up, and you can see them through this tinted plastic here. Okay. Another thing that it does is it tends your battery, so it'll keep your battery charged up. As long as you're plugged in, it'll sense how much energy your battery needs, and if it's charged up, it'll just trickle a couple amps, or if it's low, it'll send 10 or whatever it needs. So it will definitely keep your battery charged up. So that's important, of course. There's also an app for the control panel telling you that about here. You get it from the App Store or the Google Store. Okay. So this is your control panel right here. Your awnings are here and here. You can shut them off, and then of course you can turn them on and extract the return. Wait a minute. I better make sure. I think the on-off is the light, actually. Let me make sure before I give you the wrong information here. Nope, that's not right. Let me see here. hall light, porch light, floodlights. Well, that's not right either. Let's see here. Let me retract it or extend it. Okay. Okay, I'm going to have to look into that for you before we got plenty of time before you pick it up. I'm not sure what the answer to that is. I assume that this on and off is the light. I've never seen this particular panel before, so I'll definitely look into it and we'll have the answer for you when you come to pick it up. Okay, so anyway, you got 2 awnings. Never leave them out unattended because they can get damaged by the wind very quickly, of course. You have your 3 slide outs here. Okay, you can if you want to light your water heater on gas, it's this one right here. To turn it on electric, it's this one right here, even though I showed you there's a second switch outside, remember. To turn on your water pump is here. Of course, your levels. Battery is charged. Fresh water's got a little bit in it. Black water's empty. Gray and gray are both empty. It graduates up in 1/3 increments as it fills, so once you get past 2/3, you've got to start thinking about dumping the tank, so keep that in mind. Alright. Okay, so let's move inside. These guys are still cleaning here, so this is for your power vent right up here. Okay, so it's basically the easiest way to work it is just turn it on, and it'll open the cover and everything, as you can see. And then select the speed by pushing the button. I think there's 3 speeds on this one. Okay, so that'll really pull the heat out. There's also one in the bathroom that'll do the same thing. So on those days where you don't quite need air conditioning, you can open the windows and crank that up, and it works pretty well. This is your thermostat. It's very simple. You just push the mode button to light it up, and then you scroll through a fan, air conditioner, heat. The fan is just the air conditioner running without the compressor. Try to always run the air conditioning on auto for fan speed. That's always best way to do it. Okay, you have a pantry here, of course. Seating, theater seating. And it has controls, obviously, too. Looks like this one has lumbar support on it. Now this you pull the cushions loose, and this folds into a 3-panel hide-a-bed. So you just grab it down here and fold it out, drop the legs, and you're all set, ready to go. It's pretty comfortable for a hide-a-bed, and it's very easy to fold and unfold too. So it's nice in that sense. You see, he's got your remotes over here. So this is, sorry about the camera work. This is your fireplace remote here. Let's see here. So you can change the low, high. That's the fan speed. All right, and then temperature after that goes up in looks like 5-degree increments, I think. Also, you've got a timer on this, so you can set the timer to turn on and shut off when you want to. So you could set the timer to turn on 20 minutes before you get up in the morning, for example, and it'll take the chill out of your trailer. Okay, this next remote here is for the sound, which is right here. Now you can stream off a USB here. You can stream wirelessly using Bluetooth, so you can stream from your phone or tablet. It has 2 speaker zones inside and outside of the trailer, zone 1 and zone 2, and it's AM FM radio also. So it does all that. Of course, your TV is it's on a swing out bracket, so it does. Well, no, this one does not. I just want to make sure. And this one is fixed, it looks like. Okay, and it does have a strap. The strap kind of threw me, but it does have a strap, so it won't bounce off the bracket, I guess. So, okay, let me see over here. So, I told you that it had the vent on the outside with the baffle. Well, the fan is located in this microwave here. First of all, it works like any other microwave. I'm trying to find what I'm looking for here. Here, there's the vent high and low and off, and then you got a light for it on and off. So 3 speeds, or on and off with the light, I should say. 2 speeds with the light and 2 speeds with the vent. Okay. Okay, so your range, always travel with the top down. That's important. Now this you spark to light. This is the sparker. You turn it clockwise to spark like so. So, see it lit right up there. No problem. This is the oven knob here. So the oven's a little different. It has a pilot light all the way to the back there. I'm not sure if this one has to be lit with a grill lighter. So basically you're going to go to the oven knob here. You'll go to pilot. You depress it, hold it. Then you light the pilot light, right? And after it lights, you continue to hold this in for another 10 seconds or so. Then you go to operating temperature. Now when you shut it off, the flame goes out, but so does the pilot light. So you have to relight the pilot light each time you use the oven. Alrighty. So your refrigerator here. This is why you have the inverter. Your refrigerator is inverted. So when you're pulling it down the road, it'll draw power from the battery, and the battery will be charged by the alternator, right? And then of course when you plug in, you'll be getting your AC power from the campground. But it's nice, it's big, it's got double doors at the top and the bottom. Very nice. So that's why you have an inverter on this one. Okay, let me look around. There should be a, oh there it is right there. So this is the carbon monoxide and LP gas detector here. It should always be green like it is. And also if it beeps very slowly, it's telling you you've got a low battery. So if it's beeping slow, it's low battery. If it beeps normally, you have carbon monoxide buildup or LP gas. If it goes off, you take everybody outside, leave the door open, of course, shut off the gas and figure out what's going on. Alright. So, the shower works like any other shower. There's nothing unique about it. The sink is the same way, except you get a screwdriver with it. I don't know why that's still sitting there, but I guess they're still cleaning. I do see some cleaning supplies and stuff. So, okay. So now the thing about the toilet, if you haven't used an RV toilet, is you want to you never want to use it dry. By dry, I'm talking about the black tank, which is directly below there. You have to have water and chemical in it. So you always put about a gallon of water in it by stepping down the flush pedal and letting it flow in there and dump the chemical in. So basically you pull into the campground, you hook up your power, your water, and you stabilize, and then you come in here with your toilet chemical and you'll step on the pedal. Water comes swirling out, right? And you put about a gallon or so in the tank below and the chemical, and then you're all set. You never use it dry, if you do, the smell will be really bad, and it also can get clogged up. So you always want to make sure you put some water and chemical in it. That's your grill right there, and the rack that it hangs on. That's for the outside. Let's see what we have here. That's just a closed chute there. Okay. This is plumbed. Yes, this is pre-plumbed for a washer-dryer combo. If you want to add a washer-dryer combo to this trailer, you can do it right there. The bed pulls up and there's some storage underneath too, of course. And you have TV hookups and power. You can put a bracket right there so you can add a TV to the bedroom. And of course this is your escape window. I'll just, in case you don't know how it works, I'll just show you. You push it all the way through, and all the way through, handle and all. Then you would grab a hold of this red tab and pull the screen out, and then you can exit that way in an emergency, okay? Alright, so let me look around. Now this one is pre-wired, I think for a second AC or something. What do they tell me here? Oh no, that's for a Wi-Fi extender there. So you can, it's actually pre-wired for a Wi-Fi extender, a signal booster. Okay. So, I think that about covers it. I'm going to look into the awning light issue to why I can't figure out how to turn it on. I'm sure there's nothing wrong with it. I just doing something wrong. I'll take care of that for you. First of all, I want to thank you for buying your trailer here at National RV Detroit. And please remember what I said about inspecting the seals on your trailer. You want to do that on a regular basis. And that way you're protecting your investment. And if you inspect it and take care of issues when you find them, I mean, you can go up there for years and not have to do anything, or you can go up there in 6 months and have to. You just don't know. That's why you inspect it. So if you keep after it, it'll always be bone dry inside, and that's very important, of course. So, okay, thank you very much.